Hello and welcome to Ivy Moves. My name is Ivona and today we're having a quick hip mobility program that is designed to move your hips in all the directions that I can go to. And just to quickly recap, there are 6 in total. First we have flexion and extension. And even though these are the most common ones that we do in our everyday life, we still don't really get into the fullest range of motion. So what can we do about that? First, let's get in a lunge. Left leg in front of you, right leg is behind you. Make sure to cushion that right knee behind you if it's too hard to the surface. And let's start just sending the hips down and try to send this knee towards the chest, maybe towards that left shoulder. Squeeze that right glute. And let's just do 10 pulses. Here we're working in the extending the hip behind us and working on that joint as well. We're gonna switch directions after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have your hands onto your knee or behind you for more balance. 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. We're gonna keep working in that direction. We're just gonna shimmy that left leg a little bit towards the side and maybe placing both hands on the inside of that left leg. Here you can stay on your palms or come onto your elbows. Wherever you want. Let's start with the palms under our shoulders, tucking the back toes, and let's start moving closer to the ground, behind, closer to the ground, pushing back. 3 in total of 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Releasing that back knee to the ground, coming back, lift that left leg on the outside, and let's putting that right palm behind your head. We're gonna start bringing that right elbow towards the left ankle. Now if your elbow doesn't reach the ankle, this is not the goal. The intention is to start getting the flexion and the extension in each of the hip joints. So we're doing 10 again. 1, make sure that you're twisting. 2, the left hand is wherever is more comfortable. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That's intense. Coming back to center. Find a comfortable position to come into high lunge. Our last exercise before moving on to the other side. Try to have your feet like they're on a train track, not on a tightrope. Helps much more with the balance. And we're gonna try to work the same thing with the elbow. This time we're gonna open as much to the side. In this exercise, I find that left hand on my left thigh really helps me the balance. So you open to the side, really feel that extension here. And bringing that elbow closer to the ankle as possible. 9 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Coming back, shake it out, get your breath. It seems like minimal movement, but it's a lot is happening. I'm sure that you're feeling it, and right now you're definitely feeling the difference between left and right. So let's switch the sides. Right leg in front, left leg behind. Find that comfortable position just to get that feeling of how tight or open the joints are today in this direction. Just pulsing 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Shimmy that right foot to the outside, placing both hands in the middle. And from here, taking back the left toes, we're gonna start like push up forward and return, forward and return. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center, left knee on the ground, find your balance, and elbow to ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to open up when you're up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, it's burning. Okay, coming back to a high lunge. Find that balance here. And we have one last exercise. Find the balance with the right hand. Maybe it's on the right thigh, maybe it's somewhere next to you. You can, of course, hold yourself onto a wall, table, any type of surface that helps with the balance. And opening the left elbow to the side and towards the right ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh. Ooh, release. The grass is a bit slippery for me today. My hips are already burning, and this was just 1 out of 3 directions. Let's go with the other 2, which is adduction and abduction. Let's get into tabletop. And we're gonna start with the fire hydrant. Try to really keep the rest of your body as firm as possible to isolate the movement in the hip joint. It's good if it burns there, you know. So we're starting with the right leg bent in the knee 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tuck the tailbone in. 9 and 10. We're gonna do that now with the leg extended. So just put it outside. Find your balance. Tuck the tailbone in. Engage the core. And let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Toes up. 8, 9, and 10. Coming back. Take a breath. The other side. Same thing. 1. Tuck the tailbone in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, puffed. 9 and 10. Extend that leg. Prepare it. Flex the foot. And start lifting up. It's really not important how high it's gonna go. It's just important that this joint starts get mobility, and the tendons and the ligaments there start feeling new sensations that are gonna get more comfortable in with time. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Coming back and standing up. We're gonna do that standing. Put all your weight onto the left leg, flex that right toes, and let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, you can hold yourself somewhere if that's gonna help your balance. If you want to challenge yourself, be my guest. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Wow. Okay, that was abduction. I don't think we need too much adduction because our legs are already together, and if we start surpassing that line, then we're starting to talk internal rotation. So are you ready for the last set of exercises? Internal and external rotation. Let's start sitting on the ground, extending the left leg forward. The right foot is on the ground, right knee somewhere in front of the right shoulder. And we're gonna start internal external rotation in only one leg 5 times, and we're gonna change so we don't spend too much time here. It's very similar to 90-90 if you have had other hip mobility exercises before. If not, don't worry about it, just follow along. The right knee is gonna start falling inwards toward to meet the left knee, and then outside, if possible, to touch the ground. 4 more times, in, out. Maybe try to challenge yourself without the hands. In, out. 2 more times, in, out, and one last time. Perfect. Let's switch directions. My hips are already so warm, I barely feel it, but don't worry, it's gonna get fiery. Now in, out, in, out. Number 3. Be engaged in that extended leg. 4 and 5. Coming back to center. Now we're gonna come into something that we call in yoga skandasana. Now, if you can't extend that leg and put the heel on the ground, don't worry about it. Let's focus today on external rotation. So try to rotate that left knee as far out as possible. The right toes facing towards the sky. If you have to support yourself on the hands, just keep sending, and the heel is in the sky, just keep sending that left knee out. We're gonna be here. We're gonna sit down, bring the knee towards the inside, come up, with or without hands, come up. 9 more times. Up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Can you switch without changing, without getting up? Oh, okay. Knees out, toes of the left leg towards the sky. Let's start sitting down, sending that right knee towards the center. It doesn't have to obviously meet the left knee. It's going to be pretty uncomfortable and impossible to do that. Up, with or without hands on the ground. Push your hips up. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to center, shake it out. Let's squat in this low squat. We usually call it yogic squat or malasana. Now, if again this is not available for you today, try putting something under your heels or stay as low as possible with your heels on the ground, because from here we're going to start lifting the foot to the outside. The sole of the foot is up, sending that knee behind and in the middle. You know the count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the hardest. 8, 9, and 10. Honestly, internal, external rotation, it's always going to be a burn. Changing the leg, out, in, out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Come back up, shake it up, shake those hips. We have one last exercise and we're done with the burn for today. Are you ready? Coming back into our malasana or yogic squat, we're gonna start rotating in and out by sending one knee behind the other heel and back. So you're gonna lift the hips, internally rotate that knee, try to Imagine that it's touching behind the heel and coming back 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, burns, 8, 9, and 10. Come back, up. Wow. I really hope you enjoyed this quick workout, and I'll see you next time.